Kia ora whānau, how is everyone? Oh, she got fuzzy hair, red face, no makeup. This is what you do on a Saturday afternoon. Just sat on the couch, so I thought I would just come and say hi and share my latest crazy thing that I've decided to do with everyone. We have just had so much change over the last few months, hence why you haven't kind of seen me at all doing anything for quite a while now. Anyway, but I'm back, so hi, it's nice to see everybody. Well, it's nice to be here. Not that I can see you, but you can see me. And anyway, I'm just going to get going. Lots of change in our world. I've actually gone back to work full time, and Taylor's gone flatting into a supported living flat, so she's doing really well, adjusting probably better than I have been. I've just been thankful probably that I've been going to work, so that's been really busy, which means I haven't quite been eating properly. Peanut butter or Marmite on toast has actually been quite a good staple. In fact, sometimes I can't even be bothered doing that. So KFC drive-through on the way home from work's really good. Yeah, anyway, let's just stop from there. And haven't been doing as much exercise as I would like to either. So a couple of the ladies at work were looking at doing 75 hard. I thought, that sounds really good. And then I saw what the requirements for 75 hard were, and holy shit, man, I'm not doing that. I would just be setting myself up to fail. So what we did do is, because we're actually sort of all in our 40s and 50s, decided that we could modify it to suit our life goals and actually what we wanted to achieve, rather than trying to achieve it just because that's what the standard 75 hard rule was. So I thought that someone might be interested in checking out the journey of our 75 hard. And if you are thinking about making life change, or just wanting to be a little bit healthier and have more motivation or whatever, then come and join the journey, or come and join us. It'll be a bit of a laugh. It's probably going to be a lot of a laugh. So what are we doing? So rather than doing the 45 minutes exercise twice a day, one has to be outdoors. I don't know what the other people are doing, but I've decided that I'm actually quite happy with a minimum of 30 minutes. I think that's probably realistic. I'm away from home 11 hours of the day, so I kind of feel that 30 minutes is actually realistic at my age and my fitness level. And if I could do 30 minutes twice a day, holy shit, man, I'm like super happy with that. Obviously, strength training needs to be included in there as well as cardio, so I've committed to that. Diet, obviously I'm trying to stay in a calorie deficit, so we'll aim for about 1800 calories a day approximately, because real life also has to come in here. Mainly whole foods. I want to do high protein, because at my age, good amounts of protein, well, any age really, having the right amount or enough protein in diet is really important, as well as including fiber and vegetables and all that kind of stuff. But again, I don't want to be super pedantic about it, because I also am on a budget, because I really want to put a tiny house on my section. So, you know, trying to get that sorted is also really important. So we've got budget, and then just to complicate things a little bit more, those who know me know that I live off-grid in a bus, is that my fridge has recently decided to shit itself, so I have no fridge and no freezer. So I'm trying to do this all without having to have refrigerated or frozen foods, which means I need to either buy fresh and cook that day, or I need to have a staple of shelf stable foods that I can have. Fortunately, I do have access to a fridge at work, so that does mean that I can take stuff and store it in the fridge during the week for my lunches and stuff. So that just kind of does widen the scope a little bit. 10 pages of a self-help or motivational book. I'm not quite sure that I would actually be able to commit to reading 10 pages. I have a shitty lighting in my bus. I know my face looks really red, so it looks like the lighting's pretty good at the moment, but it's not really good enough to be reading a book by, especially not in the evenings or in the mornings when it's pitch black, when I'm actually heading off to work these days. So I have decided that actually doing Kindle or a podcast would be fine, and I would do a minimum of 10 minutes of that. I also want to journal every day, so I'm going to be doing 10 to 15 minutes of that as well. There's no alcohol, which is not a problem for me because I actually don't drink, so that's not an issue. I think we're going to try and put $2 in a jar a day for every day that we're successful. And really it's just about encouraging each other. If we happen to slip up or we don't complete a day for whatever reason, I kind of feel that that's life. So it's actually about supporting each other just to get back on and continue with the journey that we're wanting to move our life towards. So that's it really. So I thought that I would come on here and say hi, and I'm going to jump on every day. That is my other commitment, and that's a big commitment for me. So we shall see. Nice to see you, and hopefully we'll see you again soon, and hopefully maybe my face won't be quite as red next time. Ka kite. Have a good night.